It's actually been about just over 7 years that I've been with Ripple. And in that time, we've moved from being a very ambitious payment company, exploring the use of digital assets in cross border payments, to now we're a one stop shop for digital asset infrastructure.
Hey, everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan. And yes, we're going to hear more from Fiona Murray, the managing director of the Asia Pacific region for Ripple. It's a video that I curated some clips, and it's not going to be found anywhere out there on other channels unless they jump through these hoops. It's behind a wall, and you have to register with a company email address. And I know for many, that's just not doable. You're going to hear what's the biggest future use case for cross-border payments, and also how does Ripple balance price fluctuations and utility with the digital asset XRP. But first, I want to talk about another exclusive post I had from a Korean media who attended the Ripple press conference in Singapore. It was wildly popular, and I want to explain why. The CEO of Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse, during the press conference stated that the stablecoin RLUSD from Ripple can be used as collateral for all services at Hidden Road. Hidden Road is the prime broker that they just acquired for $1.25 billion. RLUSD will be the first stablecoin enabling efficient, large-scale cross-margin trading between virtual assets and the traditional financial market. So it's going to be the bridge. And it is particularly strong because it's got this 24/7 year-round availability. Bloomingbit, who published a fantastic summary, gave mention to Catalyze, which is, I've met Josh, who leads that team. They are finding a lot of talent and bringing them over to build on the XRP ledger. And then we had also the mention of Gitten Wallet, which is part of Doppler Finance. They not only offer a product that you can earn yield on the digital asset XRP, but they are soon bringing the RLUSD into a complete financial services on their app. And they had quoted Fiona Murray as saying that during this private session they had, Korea is still in its early stages of tokenization, or the stablecoin business, but as a digital asset such as XRP, yeah, it is hugely popular among the Korean individual investors. And if this business can get started, their growth rate would be tremendous. She continued that Ripple is closely monitoring Korea's digital asset regulatory environment, underlining there are great expectations, especially regarding the roadmap for institutional adoption. Okay, and now I'm going to get serious with you. And I'm serious because sometimes I'm accused of not being the greatest supporter of Ripple, the company, and that's just not true. I just have never hung my hat solely on the business of Ripple to bring value to the digital asset XRP and the ledger. Understand that. But listen to this. I am really starting to see this long game that Ripple is playing, because they are a long game player. And that demands patience from the XRP investor. And what I mean by that is that a lot of people have been anticipating significant market impact through the utility of the digital asset XRP. And currently, the public statements are that they are going to take steps to integrate smart contracts on the mainnet, which, in my opinion, it will eventually position RLUSD on the XRP ledger as a more competitive stablecoin with faster and cheaper settlements than Ethereum. And the national banking license application, aligned with the Genius Act, secures our Federal Reserve master account, crucial for direct Fed access and the RLUSD reserve custody. This license will place RLUSD under federal oversight, enhancing trust, of course, expanding their crypto financial and payment services, and removing the patchwork of state licenses that they currently have, enabling continued scalability at lower cost. So it is, again, my opinion that these calculated steps in this mega dollar stablecoin market give the digital asset XRP enormous potential, but it's going to require more time to unfold. Let's hear more of that fireside chat with Fiona Murray. It was titled Global Payments Unplugged, RippleNet's Real World Adoption. All right, everybody. Until next time, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.
Today, I have a pleasure to introduce and be a moderator in this session with Fiona Murray, a Managing Director of APAC of Ripple. So very welcome.
Thank you so much. And I'm really excited to be speaking with you and to your audience as well. When we launched RLUSD, our stablecoin, we chose to do so on both the XRP ledger and on Ethereum, because there is an element of offering choice and interoperability when it comes to actual adoption and usage.
And looking specifically at zooming in Southeast Asia, where Thailand, Singapore are here, which market or use case that present the biggest opportunity for cross-border payment in the future, 2 or 3 years?
I'm really excited about the use of stablecoins in payments. I think that we've already seen, it's early days, but we've seen that the adoption is there, the demand is there, that globalization of supply chains is possible. You can start to look at, what are the benefits of being in APAC and what are the unique capabilities that we have. Actually, as I look across the countries, there are so many trading hubs. There are so many import and export hubs, Thailand, Hong Kong, Singapore, and the use of stablecoins makes the flow of both goods, services, and of funds much, much easier. So I see that as the next frontier for digital payments, to embrace stablecoins in various guises. You can see a world where a multinational entity is able to move funds between its own subsidiaries in a moment. And what does that open up in terms of opportunity? We're often told about enterprises that have missed out on an FX opportunity, or that have missed out on a great deal to acquire something because their infrastructure that they use couldn't move fast enough. And so what we're seeing is the use of stable coins that are available 24/7, that could be used to settle on-chain transactions as well. So, all that, the world of tokenization, if it's a tokenized money market fund or a tokenized bond, getting instant access to that 24/7 is all possible. And so that's the space that I think stable coins are really exciting for.
XRP has been experienced a lot of price movements so far, reaching very high, above $3 in early 2025, before the correction. And how do you balance the excitement of the token itself and, the price appreciation, and also between that and, on the utility and balance that between that and the utility and the long-term adoption?
Yeah, that's a question that we get asked about a lot, but it's one that I have to say internally doesn't get much focus, and that's because number one for us is utility. So the market for crypto is very unstable, and often we're surprised by which way the market moves, or some of the volatility, because we don't have an answer or a reason behind it. So what we do as an organization is we have some personal interest in watching this space and tracking the price of XRP, of Bitcoin, of Ethereum. However, what we do as an organization is really focus on what are the use cases of building on the XRP ledger, what are the use cases of using digital assets like XRP, like RLUSD in payment infrastructure, what are the capabilities or the transformation that can come when you adopt digital assets. And that means that we're pretty arm's length from any of the movement or volatility in the crypto world, because we're laser focused on utility for the institutions that we work with.